My name is Carol Mary, and I'm a Senior Vice President with Fahlgren Mortine, which is an integrated communications agency, and I lead our investor relations, corporate communications, and crisis communications practices. Writing has been a part of everything that I've ever done in my career. It was a responsibility that I started out with in my very first job, which was as a writer for a defunct publication called Taxing Times. And I was just out of college, so knew nothing about taxes, so it gave me an opportunity to learn. And you may find interesting that on my first interview with that company, they gave me a very detailed document and told me to rewrite it. And I think that illustrates what communications is all about. You need to be able to make something understandable to the audience you're trying to address. Writing is very important in every communicator's career because it's something that not everyone is trained in. And whether you're in a nonprofit or whether you're in a corporate world or anything, any other kind of organization, you'll be working with lawyers, you'll be working with business majors, you'll be working with finance majors, people who certainly can write and some are better than others, but that's not what they're trained to do. And so the communications person's job is to be able to message and make information understandable to the audience, and also to persuade and influence. Basic rules for grammar and punctuation are very important for everyone once you get out of school, because social media is much more casual, and in fact, in many marketing aspects, people who work in the business world or in the marketing world or in the communications world even are expected to write in the kind of format, again, that their audience is going to be reading. So you get some of that in social media. But you are also looked at and judged by your ability to know what is good writing and what is good grammar and what is good punctuation. And you'll find that there are many critics, because just because you majored in finance doesn't mean that you aren't an avid grammarian. So you will be judged on that, and it's also an opportunity to distinguish yourself. I think students can demonstrate that they have good writing skills in a variety of ways, but having said that, I have to say that it's also difficult, because sometimes you're limited in what you have that's actually been published. What we see today is that not only do you have your classwork and internship work, but many students also have blogs. I think also employers look at how candidates present themselves and how articulate they are. So I think that's an important aspect as well. Well, there's only two ways that I know of, and one is to practice and the other is to read. And I was saying to a colleague this morning, I am constantly amazed at meeting people, not the majority of people, but meeting people who say, oh, I don't read fiction. And I am a huge proponent of reading all kinds of things, not only news and not only textbooks and business books and that kind of thing, but fiction gives you a couple of different advantages. And one is it improves your storytelling. And storytelling is tremendously important in any kind of communication, because that's how you can influence and persuade your audience. And it also gives you a lot of cultural context. So you can recognize in your reading whether this is good writing or not, and you find yourself repeating that. It also improves your vocabulary. I don't have any regrets about the career choice I made. At the time that I graduated from college, I had no idea that there was such a thing as crisis communications, and certainly not that there was such a thing as investor relations. But the opportunities that communication, and particularly the ability to write, and to write in different kinds of circumstances, offered me was a chance to grow and find other areas that are more specialized and that can be rewarding to a person as they go through their career and end up on the mid-stage or even later stage.